He was a good patron of the community. You know, he was a devoted Charleston Tiger, you know, and if you needed help, Brad was there.
A deadly shooting in Lavaca has left a tight-knit community grieving and searching for answers. Police now have identified the man killed as 52-year-old Richard Brad Jones of Charleston. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer spoke with a close family friend and the man who witnessed it all take place last Thursday. It's a story you'll only see on 5 News.
Amy Fisher has worked for Brad Jones's cabinet business for about 5 years. He says last Thursday they drove together to a home off Highway 96, trying to settle up over a past job.
Brad gets out, you know, he's leaning against that guy's truck, you know, in the driveway, and he's trying to call him on the phone, you know, just get a hold of him. I walked and knocked on the door, you know, to see if anybody's there. And by that time, you know, that guy comes out.
He says what started as a conversation turned violent in seconds.
Whenever he walked by him, he went straight to his truck and opened the door and pulled a gun out of a holster and jacked a bullet into the chamber. Brad's like, well, you gonna pay me? He's like, no. He's like, I'm not gonna pay you. And then he's like, well, and he's like, here, Jamie, hold my glasses. And when he took his glasses off, and as he was handing me the glasses, the dude shot him.
Fisher says he tried to help, but nothing could prepare him for what he saw.
I just said, Brad, lay down, you know what I mean? I mean, stay down. And then I looked up at that guy and I was like, dang, I was like, you just messed up. He's like, back up. He's like, you'll be next. You know what I mean? He's like, I'll shoot you too.
Brad's longtime friend, BJ Ross, says the man he knew was a cornerstone of Charleston, a coach and a mentor to hundreds of kids.
I believe in second chances, and Brad would always say, well, I believe in many chances it takes to get a kid right.
To many, Brad was more than a friend. He was a second father, willing to do anything for anyone.
One of the big things was he would always tell the Little League football kids, you know, if you win the championship, you know, if you win the league championship, everything else, I'll let you shave my head in front of the school.
As the investigation continues, his loved ones are holding on to the memories he leaves behind.
We got to remember exactly what Brad was here and what he was here to do, you know, and what he did for the community and what he's going to continue to do, because, you know, his legacy and it will live on.
Covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
The Sebastian County Sheriff's Office says no arrests have been made at this time. They are working with the county prosecutor as the investigation moves forward. A jury in Crawford County convicts Cooper Wesley of 2 counts of capital murder today in the death of his father, Terry Brazel, and the neighbor, Donald Lewis. Trial lasted 3 days, and jurors deliberated for less than 20 minutes before reaching a verdict of guilty.
18 minutes. We're very pleased. We're pleased with the jury. We think that they were listening, paid attention, understood the evidence, and quickly arrived at a verdict that I think the family is pleased with, and definitely this office is pleased with, and law enforcement's pleased with.
Wesley was also sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences today. Prosecutors did not seek the death penalty in this case. Loved ones mourning the loss of a local wrestler, planning a memorial and a wrestling tournament in his honor. 41-year-old Kevin Nickel was shot and killed this past Friday. He was known professionally to many in the ring as Ivan Warsaw. Information has been limited, but we have been able to confirm Nickel was shot in Benton County. Since then, friends, family, and the wrestling community have been working to celebrate his life.
He was accepting of anyone and everyone. I mean, the outreach since his passing and just seeing the amount of people that he kind of touched the lives of and have reached out, just talking about how good of a guy he was, how he was helping them during a hard time, anything like that. Like, I think everybody experienced that with him.
A memorial service will be held this Friday at New Hope Assembly of God in Rogers at 2 o'clock. Then on Saturday, there will be a wrestling show at the Rogers Convention Center starting at 7 o'clock. 9 people dead after a fire tore through an assisted living facility near Boston, Massachusetts late last night. More than 30 others were hurt, including 5 firefighters. The building had 100 units and offering a low-cost housing for seniors. They say many residents had limited mobility and could not escape the smoke or flames. Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation tonight. Search and recovery efforts, meanwhile, continue in Texas. A flash flood watch, though, that's in effect continues to complicate matters. The death toll from the catastrophic flash flooding that happened over the 4th of July weekend now stands at 139. More than 160 are still missing. Recovery teams say they plan to continue searching the Guadalupe River until every victim is found. Search, rescue, and recovery teams from Mexico now helping to locate those still missing after last week's deadly flooding. Reporter Amanda Henderson caught up with the team, who brought search dogs, ATVs, and boats to help out in this effort.
At the Guadalupe River in Ingram, Texas, mountains of branches continue to line the banks. The site met with the sound of helicopters.
The condition of the river is easier right now than before, but it's still hard to go to into the river.
Down in the Guadalupe River, you'll find Manolo Acevedo and his crew, Protección Civil from Nuevo León, Mexico. Armed with ATVs, divers, boats, maps, and search dogs, they're searching the Guadalupe for those swept away in the deadly July 4th floods, only taking breaks when officials tell them to.
What troubles have you guys had with the water today?
Well, we were working last day, but yesterday and today, we have to stop for the raining. The raining is causing the rivers comes up.
The latest warning happening just hours ago, which is when we spoke with them after looking at their map for where they will start next when they're able.
It's not only a disaster economically, houses. We are talking about we lost people, we lost children.
That was Amanda Henderson reporting. Now, among the rescue teams, members of the Arkansas National Guard. They shared this picture with Governor Greg Abbott, who was thanking them for their service in the state over the past week. They brought 4 Black Hawk helicopters, 22 soldiers, and will be in Texas until later on this week. City of Fayetteville could be changing how it handles recycling, moving from the curb-based system to a cart-based system. This topic will be talked about tomorrow at the Fayetteville City Council meeting. They say that there are many benefits to the cart-based program, like it's safer for employees and will help the city work alongside the rest of Northwest Arkansas, where the cart-based system is already in place. City Environmental Director Peter Nierengarten says this will benefit the city.
It will enable us to scale our recycling services to more customers. So we'll be able to reach more multifamily customers and more commercial customers that we're not able to reach right now. We'll be able to do that more cost effectively, so it'll be less expensive to operate with this new cart-based recycling program than the current curb sort recycling program.
If the City Council passes this tomorrow night, it could be in place by the middle of next year.